Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mine is to join my colleagues first in really expressing my sincere condolence to the family, the relatives and friends of the deceased, the late Albert Ojwang. It was indeed a very, very unfortunate incident. Otherwise, Honorable Speaker, mine is to associate.
State your full names and then you proceed.
Honorable Speaker, my name is Mr. Mohammed Amin, the Directorate of Criminal Investigations. And I would like at this juncture, Honorable Speaker, to associate myself fully with the submissions made by the Inspector General before this August House. And again, reiterate the fact that as a directorate, we are ready and willing to assist the Internal Policy and Oversight Authority in terms of the investigations in whatever way we are requested. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Now, Honorable Senators, those are the parties that we had invited for purposes of interacting with them on this matter of the death of the young man. I will now, this is how we're going to move, Honorable Senators. If you take to the floor, you will state to which party you're directing your question to. Then that party will write down your name and the question. After we are done, I will call upon the CS. He'll pick whatever has been directed towards him and respond to it. And thereafter, we will move to the rest of the parties. Senator Eddie Okech.
Mr. Speaker, my questions are two. And actually, Mr. Speaker, if you read my first question in this statement, it was very clear. And I'll repeat it for the purposes of the IG. Now that the CS has said that he has no eyes and he has no ears. The question was the circumstances that led to the death of Mr. Albert Omondi Ojwang, including a detailed account of events surrounding his fatal injury. The DIG has stated that around 23:35, Albert was booked at the Central Police Station. And he has stated that Albert was booked after an assessment had been done that he was in good condition, he was in good mental condition, as well as physical condition. The question I'm asking the IG, who beat Albert to the conditions that he was found the next day in the morning when he was taken to the hospital? What happened at that night is what we want to know. And alongside that, Mr. Speaker, the IG is on record having stated in the media that Albert hit his head on the wall. Who gave him that information? And does he still stand by that information given what IPOA has said of the autopsy report? That is what I want to know. What happened in that night? I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Methu. Senator Methu, no speeches.
Thank you very much. I'll be very, very direct to the point, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, having listened to the man who, in my opinion, now carries the man who was supposed to give us the evidence of the chronology of what happened, I am of this opinion, Honorable Speaker. We were told that the complainant is the Deputy Inspector General of Police. I'm of this opinion, Honorable Speaker, that from what the Inspector General of Police has said, it is my opinion that the evidence he has put together is the corrected evidence. And I'll give two examples of why I am of the opinion that the Inspector General wants to just cover his deputy. He says that, Mr. Speaker, he says that the complainant lodged a complaint on the 4th of June. There are 4 officers that he has said who were supposed to go, or rather, who are to take the statement from the Inspector General of Police. May I take you to the 5th of June when he has said 2 letters were made. One, they first received the response from the EACC on the 5th of June. They wrote another letter to the CAK on the 5th of June. On the same day, they received a letter from the CAK. Once they were satisfied that there is a case to answer, the officers went to arrest Albert. Now, Mr. Speaker, the officers arrived in Kisii at 12:55. Walking back, it is 307 kilometers from Nairobi to Kisii. If indeed they left Nairobi after they were satisfied, unless these letters were being done before government opens offices, I know that government opens offices at 8 in the morning. If they did a letter, for example, to the CAK at 8, and they got a response at maybe 8:15, if the government is so swift, then it means that they drove to Kisii in less than 3 hours. This, Mr. Speaker, cannot have happened unless there is further evidence that of how. No, we have been told that they didn't fly. We have been told that
Senator
they drove
Methu,
to Kisii.
don't engage your colleagues, just proceed.
Oh yeah, they drove all the way to Kisii. And they got to Kisii from what the Inspector General of Police has told us at 12:55 hours. Honorable Speaker, that already raises eyebrows that this evidence has been reconstructed. This is not original evidence. This is not a true record of what happened to Ojwang. And I am very sad that the Inspector General of Police, in my opinion, I'm giving my opinion, a parent who is here.
Just ask your question.
Yeah, so that is my question. My second question, and Honorable Speaker, I don't know why colleagues have a problem.
Order, honorable senators.
Just
One, let me just direct you. I will not take any points of order. We have just suspended the sitting. We are here not strictly enforcing the standing orders. Allow the honorable senators, you've made a basis for your question, proceed to ask the question.
You know, Mr. Speaker, we are here because we want to know what happened to Albert Ojwang. If any information can help us know what happened to Albert Ojwang, then it will help us move. Maybe finally, may I know from the Inspector General of Police, once it was established in the morning that Albert was unconscious and he was being rushed to hospital, the choice of Mbagathi Hospital instead of Kenyatta National Hospital, just a question to maybe to help in the investigation, because I've seen from Central Police Station to Kenyatta National Hospital via Hospital Road is 5.1 kilometers. To Mbagathi is 5.8 kilometers via Valley Road. Mr. Speaker, I would have imagined that there are better facilities and there are better facilities at Kenyatta National Hospital, and being a hospital that is nearer the Central Police Station, Honorable Speaker, I would have expected that is where Albert would have been taken. Thank you.
Senator Osotsi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I've listened to the IG very keenly, but I would like to know what brief, the specific brief that led to the suspension of the officers at Central Police Station.
Senator Bone.
Mr. Speaker, my first one is to CS Murkomen. Mr. Speaker, patriots in this country fought against detention without trial, and CS Murkomen, I assure you, they are going to fight against extrajudicial killings, especially within police custody. The question is this, CS. The Deputy Inspector of Police, Mr. Eliud Lagat, went against the provisions of Chapter 6 of the Constitution, went against the provisions of the National Police Act, specifically Section 17, and in general, the Leadership and Integrity Act. You, as a member of the National Security Council, where you sit together with the IG, both of you are present here. Why have you found it difficult to advise the necessary authorities that Eliud Lagat be dismissed from service? My next question, Mr. Speaker, is to to the IG Kanja. IG Kanja, Kenyans who know you, we have a lot of respect for you because you are the officer, unknown to some people, who defeated the terrorists at Dusit 2 Hotel. We know you as a serious police officer. We've been wondering why these killings under you, and now that Lagat is the person we have found to be who he is, we can now very well see who has been undermining you. I therefore want to appeal to you. Tell this country, a spokesman by the name of Mushiri Nyaga, the police spokesman, he misrepresented material facts. He attempted to conceal this killing. He went and interfered with the circumstances of the crime by stating that Omondi Ojwang hit his head on the wall. IG Kanja, why have you not arrested him? He has information which in his statement under arrest will help to point fingers at who gave him this deliberate statement so as to do what I have said above. Finally, Mr. Speaker, back to Kanja and or Amin. IPOA has now told us the names of the officers from DCI who went to Migori to go and arrest Ojwang. Can you tell the country how it came to pass that Ojwang was moved all the way, Ojwang, that Ojwang was moved all the way, hundreds of kilometers, contrary to the provisions of normal procedure that would have required that he be taken to the nearest police station in the jurisdiction where he committed, quote unquote, the said crime, and that if he needed to be moved, a magistrate needed to give permission for him to be moved all the way to Nairobi. Could you, IG, tell us why you have found it difficult to arrest these officers? And their names are a little bit disturbing. You tell us why you have not arrested them? Because they're the only ones who were with this young man from the last time the parents saw him well and alive up to the time they came to Nairobi for the country to be told that the young man was dead. Finally, Mr. Speaker, I want to appeal to CS Murkomen. CS Murkomen, the National Security Council, where you sit, is charged with promoting and guaranteeing security of the country. And you have the audacity to come and face the Parliament of Kenya and tell Kenyans that you don't see, you don't know. CS Murkomen, please, for the respect of this young man, you are yet to grow a child up to the age of 31. Can you immediately resign? You are not fit to be in that docket. Please, I beg you, it is not personal. And if you think I'm joking, you are a well-read man. You know that in 2011, in Tunisia, a street hawker by the name of Mohamed Baouzi was killed. And people came into the streets, and the government of President Ben Ali was overthrown. You truly don't know what you're playing with. Please resign. You cannot be an inspiration to be in cabinet.